Hello and welcome back to The Long Haul. I recorded an episode and got no sound. For some reason my mic didn't pick up any of it. So we are currently, instead of being in Reading, where I was, I'm currently down in San Francisco. And I took a thing of hay bales from Reading to San Fran, which I don't know if they're still sitting there or not, but yeah, they're sitting right there. Anyway, none of it was recorded. Well, I should say the video was recorded, the audio was not. So for some reason, I don't know what happened to my mic, but we are going to grab another job real quick. And I'd like to, let's see, out of San Fran, I'm going to take these computers, which expires in 3 hours, but this one right here is right where I'm at, and so is this one. These two are sitting right behind me. I'd like to eventually get over here, but what I think I'm going to do, since I don't have a whole lot of time, is get down to Oxnard, or it goes to LA actually, but I'm going to go through this area here. I'm going to reroute the GPS and take it down 101. So not a whole lot of money, $7,000. That barely pays for fuel and my bank fees, my loan. But we're going to take it anyway. So let me actually. I got to go back up into San Francisco real quick. There is another one actually that goes to Oxnard. I could take that one. I mean, that's not very far. I think it's out of where I'm actually at. So, I think I'm actually going to take that one. Or it's right down the road. I don't know exactly, but heck, what in the world? Anyway, let me bring up the GPS real quick. See where I'm at, where it's at I should say. So it's right over there, so not very far away. So get this sucker rolling. This is going to be a little bit of a short episode. I usually record 2 or 3 of these at a time, since I'm in the mood to drive. But flip my blinker on here. And let's get out of here. So the hay bales, I made roughly $11,000 on that one. And we'll get down here real quick. I might be able to get this back on schedule as far as running daytime, because I'm probably gonna, I should be able to make this trip all the way down there. Without having to rest. That goes to San Diego. That's the big one. But we're gonna take that one. I don't know why that has GPS. Maybe it's GPS tracked or something. I don't know what they mean by that, but kind of interesting. Anyway, see if I can turn this sucker around real quick without hitting anything. You did miss. I had 2 people hit me. I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say it was my fault. One of them just, the lane ended, and instead of slowing down to get behind me, he decided to just move over. So not much I could do about that one, but I did clip somebody with turning the corner. So it cost me about $600 total between the two of them. Anyway, currently in San Fran, which they've done a pretty good job on, as far as, you know, the atmosphere, the way it looks. Got a shipping dock there or something. It kind of sucks when you sit there and, you know, you think you're recording the sound and everything, and you go to check the video after you're done, because I record them into one folder and then I move them into another on a different hard drive, being that they take up a couple of gigs a piece. But it's faster to, well, I don't know. Anyway, the minutia of recording. Anyway, I went to check the video and, you know, start it up, and there's no sound. I mean, there was the in-game sound, but you couldn't hear me talking. So it kind of sucks, though. You know, you sit there and talk for half hour, 45 minutes about things that you think about while you're playing a game. What's going on with the game itself, and you get nothing recorded. So Ellis is pulling in the money. On my last episode, I mentioned that he made $2,700, or, you know, brought in $2,700. I'm not sure how much I pay the drivers themselves. I think it says that, but my other driver, it'll probably flash by here shortly, he made $800. So between the two of them, I'm bringing in about $3,000 minus expenses. But the other guy, I can't remember what his name is, I'm probably paying him to drive for me out of my own pocket. He's not pulling his own weight, but that's beautiful out there, isn't it? Nice starry sky there. Don't know how fast I can go around these corners, but I don't think it's 55. But anyway, I checked. I did a little audio check before, recorded just a smidge of it with my voice, double checked to make sure it was actually recording, and now, you know, so I didn't have the same stupid mistake happen again. But that's one thing, this new mic that I've got, it's a snowball, blue snowball. For some reason, every once in a while, it I don't know if it shuts itself off or what the deal is, but it just kind of goes away. Doesn't record. Whereas my other, I was just using my headset off of I've got an Astro A40 headset. I was using the microphone off of that, and it was always live unless I shut it off, you know, so I don't know what the deal is. But San Jose is discovered. Not much. I don't know, I'm sure there's more over there, but one of these days I'll probably get a steering wheel, so this will feel a little more immersive. I don't know. I keep looking on Craigslist and online for used ones, because they're pretty spendy if you want to get a good one. You can get one that's, you know, pretty basic for $70-$80, but if you want to get like a G27, which I don't even think they make anymore, I don't think Logitech makes it currently. They make the G29 now and the G920 or something like that. One's for Xbox One, one's for PS4, I believe, but they both work with PC. But you know, it comes with pedals with the, well, I wish this was during the day, but anyway, they both come with the pedals with the clutch in it. You can get the add-on stick shift with it, but I see them on Craigslist every once in a while for like $250, because regularly without the stick shift, those two new ones are $399. which is a pretty hefty chunk of change, and more than I'm willing to spend on a peripheral. But nice Mustang there. I don't know why he'd be out at 3 o'clock in the morning driving around in a Mustang. That looks like that, but whatever. Anyway, I see them on Craigslist, or, you know, they're used obviously, but they show pictures of them and they're pretty lightly used, and they have the stick shift. I think the G27 came with it standard, whereas the newer ones don't. And you can buy it for like $59, but in my area they go for $250 to $300, which is still a pretty penny. So eventually I'll probably, maybe, you know, Christmas or something like that, I'll get one. Oh, come on, I was through that. Anyway, it would certainly feel better to play with one, I think. That, you know, you're going through the gears themselves with the stick shift and whatnot. So, and like I said, you can buy like the Xbox ones that came out for the 360, just the that are made by Microsoft themselves. You can get those used for like $50 to $75, but they don't have a clutch that, you know. It's got paddle shifters on the steering wheel itself, which is nice, you know. But and the G27, G29, 920, they all have the paddle shifter as well. But you can use that for blinkers or whatever you want to use it for. If I'm going to spend the money, I'd rather spend a little more and get one that's actually, you know, more realistic, I guess you'd say. But got another hour till I need to be there, or till I'm supposed to arrive, at least, I should say. And back to the right map here. I got 6 hours before I have to actually rest, so I'm gonna get there. Actually, let me take a look here. When do I have to be there? Between 2 and 8. So that time is rapidly approaching. What I'm probably going to end up doing, though, is stopping, you know, dropping this off and then going and resting, so I can try and get back onto a day schedule, I guess. Although it'll still put me at about 1 o'clock, well, 2 o'clock by the time I actually rest. Boy, this is a windy one coming up through here. The lighthouse, it looks like up there. Oh no, that's it. That's, I was going to say, that's an industrial park. That's where I'm going. Oh no, I guess not. That's not where I'm going. It's past that still, but not very far. Slow it down. That's a refinery. That's what that is. So I can come back here and rest, which is nice. I can go to that truck, the repair place there, and get some shut-eye real quick. And get myself back onto a day schedule. That way you guys can actually see what the heck I'm driving past. I mean, you can see what I'm driving past, but it's not nearly as nice. Looks like mode shifted a little bit or something. It's interesting. We swing in here next to the Chinese takeout. One of these days, somebody will probably skin in a Panda Express for that or something, you know, a U.S. an actual Chinese place, Chinese food place, I should say. And this is going to be a tight one. Man. Okay. I'm gonna have to. Let's see. This is going to be. A bear. I don't even know how to. I'm stuck on that freaking thing. I don't know if I should go back out and then back in, or I'm gonna try and get in here. I may end up just bypassing this one. Otherwise, the video is going to be 4 hours long. I think I'm going to go back out and back my way in. I'll try it. But, because I don't see any other way of getting this thing in here. I can't see out of here. It's that why did I do that? should have just parked the thing. Right. Way too long. So we're just gonna well, what would it be like if I hit it there? It's there. Yeah, we're just gonna let it do it. Screw it. So we only got 129 experience. So next one we'll have it. But unfortunately, I just don't have the time. So anyway, short episode, but I appreciate you guys riding along, and we'll see you next time.